I look forward to our discussions. Thank you for your kind attention. I'll now open the floor to any questions that anybody may have. I'd ask that you state your name, please, and your address, just for my benefit. Thank you. Please.
I'm Marge Kerber. I live in Comstock Street.
Hi, Marge.
Hi, Mayor. I don't know if I have a question as much as a statement. Oh, thank you. As much of a statement, I was one of the petitioners that signed the petition. I've lived in New Brunswick for a number of years. I'm a homeowner.
Sure.
Okay. And I don't believe that someone over in Ward 6 has the same needs and has different things that they need done in their ward than I do. Okay. And I believe that holds true for the other wards in New Brunswick.
Okay.
Okay. My one concern is why wasn't this done 10 months ago before the litigation started? I mean, I believe one of the proposals was to put both of these questions on the ballot, and I don't think it can be done, okay? But secondly, you spend our tax dollars in litigation, and now with us going to court on Friday, you're deciding to do this. I mean, it does. I'm a very frank person, as you can see, you know, and I tell it the way that I see it. I also happen to be open-minded.
Sure.
But I believe, okay, that in a democracy, that we should just put this question on the ballot, and you can campaign with your points, and Democrats for Change campaigns with their points, and then we see who wins on the ballot in November. I don't see why we need to go through all of this now when so much time has passed. And the only difference I can see, and again I'm being very frank, between a year ago and now is the June 2nd primary. It's the only difference I see, and I don't know if that has anything to do with this or not, but in my mind it does. And, you know, again, I've gone to city council meetings, and the city council people can't even look me in the eye. I've never found a responsive council meeting when I've gone to meetings. Okay, and you telling me that your office is responsive. Yes, I will admit that. Okay, but city council, you know, the times that I've spoken there, I've never had a response from them. And as I say, they don't even look me in the eye. And to me, that's not a democratic form of government. And you know, as I say, I just think that you should just put it on the ballot and see what happens. You do your campaign for something else, we do ours, and we see what happens. That, to me, is democracy. Thank you.
Thank you, Marge. Thank you. I hope you don't mind if I'm equally as frank. So you ask why now, and quite frankly, it is because November is quickly approaching. It is time for the electorate to begin to focus on the issues. What's wrong with an opportunity to provide a forum with people to learn more about the proposal that the petitioners have? What's wrong with us all better educating ourselves about the different forms of government? Why do we need to limit ourselves to just one proposal? And quite frankly, well, you can certainly choose not to participate. I mean, that's your option. But you may be able to convince people that maybe not have been convinced thus far that the 6-ward system is indeed the way to go. But why not have a public discussion about it? And what better time than now, just before the campaign season gets off? And while you certainly are of a mind that it would be more democratic to put that question with regard to the 6th Ward petition on the ballot, why not be really democratic and put both questions on the ballot and see what the public has to say? I mean, and I agree, you know, that the public has the right to participate and express their mind, but why not have, you know, 2 different thoughts that are presented on the ballot in the event that we can't come up with a consensus that is a good way of proceeding. I don't see the problem with it. Yes, sir, right next to her. Marge.
Charles Jones from the 4th Ward, 935 Ed Pass Road, and a committee person right now.
Charles, you realize that you may be in the 4th Ward today, but when the ward system if it becomes in place, all the wards are changed.
That's fine.
Okay.
Either way, I know that the person that I would vote for in that ward would be the person that would be responsible for whatever problems that I have in my area, so I have no issues
Very
with
good.
that.
Understood.
But as far as putting both questions on, you already have the present system on. The present system is a system there. So you're going to have another question about something is already happening.
No,
If the idea is that you want to know if the system that's in place, people want to change it, is to put that one question. That one question, if they voted up or they voted down, would tell you if they're happy with the system that is happening or they want a different system. True?
No. The two questions aren't whether or not the six-ward system is the way to go or whether the current form of government is the way to go. The two questions proposed would be, is the ward-based, six-ward-based system the way to go, or should there be a charter study commission performed in the city of New Brunswick, and should 5 people elected by the citizenry at large serve as commissioners of the Charter Study Commission, who would then undertake a 9-month process in which they would study the different forms of government and make in which the public participates in and make a recommendation. So they're two very different issues. Somebody could very much like the idea of a ward-based system, but they may say, well, I don't think I like the 6th ward. I'm surmising now. But I like the ward-based system, I just don't like that ward-based system. So they may vote against that particular one, but they may be not in favor of the current form of government. It could be that somebody doesn't like the current form of government, but they're not absolutely convinced the 6th ward system is the best approach, but that's better than what we have today, but it may not be the best. But they're going to take the 6th ward as an approach. It's a way of educating the public as to other options that may be available to us. And at least one person's opinion is that what's wrong with taking a look at it, other than the urgency of things. So this other format provides us with discussion with the commitment that I'll do whatever I can to make sure that it gets on the ballot, including the 6th ward proposal. Let's go to this side. Yes.
Hi, my name is Candace Gria. I live at 31 Stone Street. Thank you.
Hi, Candace.
My question for you is, have any other cities or municipalities in New Jersey recently rechartered their city councils similarly to the proposals that are being brought before us? And if so, has that been done with the ballot question breaking the city up into wards first, or was it done following charter studies? And if so, what were some of the successes?
I don't know off the top of my head, but it's the kind of thing that we could get answers to, and this is the kind of discussion I think. I don't pretend to know all the answers to all these questions, but I do know where to find the answers and or to bring people who know the answers. So we could get those kinds of answers to those answers to those types of questions and bring them to the public's attention at our very first meeting. Thank you. Yes, sir, with the blue shirt and tie.